Okay, as we have about 5 minutes here before the girls' game gets underway. And Derek, we were talking about earlier during the Colors Day festivities about, as we were waiting for that, our girls that have, they're unbeaten in the conference. But here's what's interesting. Pea Ridge, one of the, from a girl standpoint, not doing quite as well this year. I think they're in the bottom 1 or 2 of the conference.
Right.
But we had to go to overtime to beat them at their place. So
yep.
I think our team won't take them lightly just based off of that.
Yep.
But, our girls, one thing Coach Frau does a nice job is all year long, he kind of gets them ready for that tournament. He plays tough competition over the Christmas holidays. And now they're starting to gel and be ready. And like I said earlier in the webcast, I believe this may be one of his best coaching jobs, just based off of the lack of depth he has this year.
Yep.
And then what they've been able to accomplish so far.
Yeah, and I agree. And we talked about it earlier. If you come out of our conference as the champion, traditionally you've got a good chance of winning some games in the state tournament and potentially playing for a state title. That's a long way away, but as you said, just a great job, not only by our coaches, but as well as the players that we've got on the floor. Coach Sprout has had to adjust his style a little bit. We haven't been as much of a pressing team, and we haven't thrived off of our full court press defense, turning the ball over and getting fast break points as we have in the past. But, Lynn, one thing that has stood out to me is our half-court defense has just been bottling up people. Farmington the other night when they came over here just couldn't really function, couldn't run their offense against us. And then Tuesday night against Lincoln, kind of the same situation. We played that half-court defense. Lincoln really struggled to find an offensive rhythm, and our girls have just done a great job preparation-wise. Coaching staff have done a great job scouting reports, figuring out the other team's strength, taking that away, and teams have not been able to handle us so far in the conference season.
Well, I would say that if we, looking back, you were talking about our conference. If I'm not mistaken, we won the state championship 08, 9, 10, 11 out of this conference. It was Shiloh, who used to be in our conference, but it was Huntsville who was in our conference, then Shiloh,
yep.
then us, then Shiloh again. And us and Shiloh played that year for the state championship.
Yep.
And then last year, that streak finally came to an end when Star City.
Yep.
Congratulations, Star City. After a few tries, they were able to come home with one. So
yep. Farmington came close.
And Farmington, yep. And Farmington made a heck of a run. And that's kind of that's what's interesting about the Farmington season last year is Farmington had they fell 4 times to Prairie Grove, but they were able to get. So there was probably one of those little we got a little further. So for them that was a good deal, but for us, that disappointment. But I'll tell you, I've been very impressed with our girls, and like we talked about earlier, so many people have stepped up. Whitney Fitz has stepped up. Macy Colton has stepped up, big. Lacey Beeks. We're talking about. Seems like Lacey's played a little bit of Brooke Barnett's role from last year,
yep.
of getting those loose balls, rebounds. And, of course, the consistent person for now in her 4th season starting is Justine Huber. And congratulations to Justine tonight, the Colors Day Queen in her senior year. And, it was pointed out to me that she has, as a player, over 100 wins as a Prairie Grove Tiger.
Wow.
Overall, and I imagine that.
That's got to be a record.
Yeah, anybody, you're probably looking across the board, and I don't imagine anyone's ever had 100 wins as a player in any of our sports. So that's a.
Lynn, we were talking about off air how you and I are both going to be glad to see Jacob Hall from Pea Ridge graduate. I'm sure that the other teams say that about Justine Huber, especially since she's had that extra year of high school experience. So.
Yeah, my guess is there's people go, how long? Did she got a contract?
Yeah.
Number 12. Number 12, Savannah Seipert, starter. Number 5, Riley Patrick. I missed some of those coming out, Derek. Number 21.
23 and 15, Lynn.
Taylor Wynn. And then Michaela Taninsky.
And 15.
15, Jerica Schooley. And for the Lady Tigers, number 12, Whitney Fitz. And there's number 14, Lacey Beeks. Macy Colchin. Justine Huber. And number 34, Callie Robinson. Well, Derek, I imagine because of that close game last time that Prairie Grove experienced with Pea Ridge, I got a feeling that Coach Frow's he's going to say, let's get on them quick.
Yep, and the only thing that you worry about on a game like this, because, yeah, the motivation factor is definitely going to be there, but with it being Colors Day, sometimes, 17-year-old teenagers, their heads aren't always in the right place, but last year it worked out great for
we had
us
Brooke
on
Barnett.
senior.
Yeah, she had her highest points ever, 22 points. She had, I don't remember, probably close to 19,
probably
20 rebounds. I think it was 19
too.
or 20 rebounds.
Yeah.
And just a great night. There's Whitney Fitz with the ball.
Pea Ridge in a 2-3 zone defense, Lynn. Try to slow things down and make Prairie Grove hit some outside shots to beat them tonight. And I would imagine this is the same defense that the same game plan they had up at Pea Ridge the last time they played, had a lot of success with it.
Long cross-court pass there by Huber to Fitz. And a steal inside that time by the Lady Blackhawks. Cochran drives, no good. Rebound by Macy Colchin. She gets it to Huber. Huber brings it down, gets it down quickly to Beeks. Nice try there by Jerica Schooley. Foul that time by Jerica Schooley, and now bringing the ball in is Lacey Beeks. She gets it to Huber, back to Beeks, and now Whitney Fitz at the top of the key. And a travel.
Well, 2 early turnovers on the first 2 possessions for the Lady Tigers, so Pea Ridge defense doing its job and doing exactly what that 2-3 zone was designed to do, and that is not to allow the offensive players to get inside the lane, and so far Prairie Grove hasn't had that opportunity to get the ball inside.
Cochran just came down the rebound. She was a volleyball player for him as well. Very, very good volleyball player. She's only a sophomore.
Wow.
Yeah, she's good ball players. Cochran, no good.
Lefty, too.
Rebound's going to go, or ball goes out of bounds to the Lady Tigers.
Maybe she just shot that one left-handed just because, but I'm assuming she's a left-handed. as all the great ones are, Lynn.
Yeah. There's Macy Colchin trying to drive baseline. It's going to be a hand check foul. It's going to be on Kayla Cochran. Now Whitney Fitz for 3. Bottom.
There we go.
Hey. 3-0. Took Prairie Grove 2 minutes to score.
Yep, and that's one of the things that is going to be available against the zone defense is the outside shot.
And a three-pointer, Jerica Schooley. She knocks down the 3, and it's all tied up at 3. 5:45 to go here in the first quarter. Colchin gets it over to Huber. Colchin for 3. Bottom. Oh, yes. I got to tell you, Jacob Hall just walked in front of us in his street clothes, and and all due respect to the young man, he's a great young man, great basketball player.
Yes, he is.
But just the way he walked just from our band section, and it's like, yeah, he could have been a kid in the band,
Yeah.
And that nothing again. He doesn't have that basketball look.
Oh man, I'm hoping that's the well. I say that, Lynn. I wouldn't mind seeing him if it's in the district finals, semifinals, or regionals, but I'm thankful that we don't have to play Jacob Hall again anymore on the boys' side.
There's Taylor Wynn, makes a basket. Nice look there and a nice find by the Pea Ridge. Wynn was just left open. Lacey Beeks with the ball in the corner. Gets it out to Fitz on the top. And there's Whitney Fitz. She's driving, gives it back to Huber. Tigers just moving around, being patient. That's fine to be patient in the half-court offense. 8-5, Tigers lead. Huber thought about that three for a minute. Now cross-court pass. There's Whitney Fitz for three. No good. Rebound goes to Cochran. Cochran gets it over to Schooley, and Schooley's going to bring it up.
Well, those three-pointers are going to be available to us. That was a nice offensive possession by the Lady Tigers. They didn't just settle for it right off the bat and move the ball, worked both sides of the floor, and then got the three-point shot.
It was a good look. Just unable to convert.
You'd like to see that ball go inside at some point when you're running against that zone defense, but
well, he's got to set. Huber's not been inside. She's been
right,
sitting up on the outside.
She's floating around the outside.
Taylor Wynn took a nice take inside that time, wasn't able to convert, but you know, Pea Ridge not a lot of height on that team, but Wynn played big that time. See, you're talking about taking it in, and Huber sitting on the outside. There's Abby Smith. There's a lefty.
Another great one. Yep. Nice pull-up jumper right there by Abby. I was just going to say, if you can't move the ball, pass the ball inside, sometimes you got to attack off the dribble, and a great job by Abby right there.
And now I think that's going to be Wynn with a foul. I'm going to guess that win is related to the running back that they have for the football team.
I didn't even think about that. I bet you're right.
It was funny. I think when we went to the game there, I think it was their last home game, a regular season game that they ever would play on that field during football. And we were sitting there, and there were a whole Wynn section of people there.
Wow. Well, he was a great running back for them.
He sure was.
Is he a senior this year?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
And I think he's playing in the all-state football game that's coming up.
This summer,
Yeah, I think he got called to do that. 2:54 to go here in the first quarter. 10-5, Tigers lead. Colchin back in. Huber's going to take a sit. So the Tigers, 2:53 left, 10-5 lead. And there's Beeks, gets the loose ball, and it's they go back.
In that half-court defense from the Lady Tigers, really not allowing Pea Ridge to get what they want on the offensive end. Good help defense there by Abby Smith.
There's Schooley for three, and
wow.
She knocks it down. Jerica Schooley's now got a couple of baskets. I believe that's 2 threes for her.
Yep.
She's got 8. She's got all 8 of their points.
Wow.
Schooley has all 8 of Pea Ridge points.
Well, we're definitely going to have to pay attention to her on the offensive end, and she's done a good job of hitting that open shots that she's had available to her so far in the first quarter. Pea Ridge is hanging in there. You know, this is what you got to do, slow the game down. And
10-8.
Yeah, right where they want to be.
You know, I was noticing Abby when she got the loose ball the ball at first. I like the way she really gets her arms out, and it's good basketball position with the ball. Creates a lot of space for herself.
Yeah, and that's one thing you've got to do as an offensive player is protect yourself and give yourself an opportunity to dribble, pass, or shoot. It's that triple threat position that you always hear about, and that's exactly what you're talking about, Lynn. When Abby gets the ball, she's shown the ability to dribble the ball and pull up and shoot a jump shot over the defense. And Justine checking back in the game. I noticed Justine when she came out that last time, Coach Froud got his notepad out, and that's something he usually doesn't do right in the middle of a quarter. He kind of waits till the certain situations to do that, but he saw something specific he wanted Justine to look at. I think probably on the offensive end. We'll see what the Lady Tigers do right here.
Well, Michaela Cochran hits a backboard shot, and it was a planned backboard shot as well, and it's all tied up at 10. Now he's got her down on the low post there. So he was thinking a little bit about what you were talking about. There's Fitz for three, short, and Pea Ridge. Now, watching Pea Ridge play us, I don't know how they're not having a little more success this year.
Yeah, I don't know. Again, I haven't seen them play this year. Did you go up and watch us play them, Lynn?
I did not. I went up that night, and nice play there by Macy Colchin with a steal. Take your time. Macy lays it up and in. Macy Colchin, that's her 5th point. She has a three-pointer and in the steal. But I got up there that night just as the game had ended and was there for the boys' game.
Okay.
But I walked in, and everyone was saying, "Oh, you missed it!" It was.
Yeah.
And
well, Pea Ridge, I'm looking at them just through this first quarter, and you're right. They've shown the ability to knock down some open shots. They play pretty solid defense. I don't know if they stick to that 2-3 zone defense. I would imagine they probably do, but maybe teams have gotten hot from the outside against them. Prairie Grove hit a couple of early threes.
Michaela Kaczynski gets a kind of a hold call there on the trying to get in. "35 seconds to go here in the first quarter," and Abby may have got away with an extra step, but the lefty takes it and puts it in, 14-10. That was probably good.
Yeah, we're going to call that good. I think that was probably just a good offensive move.
Well, it's funny because sometimes I go back and, kind of as I'm getting ready to load the games up to the web, I'll watch a little bit of it and hear us, and we'll make a comment about something we think we see that really wasn't what we thought we saw. It happens.
That can't happen tonight because I've got my contacts in, Lynn.
Go ahead.
Go ahead. Finish out this quarter.
10 seconds to go here in the first quarter, and down to 5 seconds. Wow, there should have been a walk. Something called. They just let it go. There was a foul, walk, or something in that. Nothing called. And look who's underneath the basket not to call it. 14-10 we have here in the first quarter. Derek, you were going to say earlier.
Yeah, I was just going to say I was talking to Lance Tuesday night at the Lincoln game. I said we don't like to critique the officials too much, even though we do. But Wednesday night I had to referee a 7th grade basketball game for Coach Froud and Coach Ed. They called over, gave me about 30 minutes notice. So, we do give the refs a hard time, but that's a tough job.
Well,
I mean, it is tough, and like you said, they are going to make mistakes, but for the most part, they try to do the best job that they can.
I'm one of the world's worst at doing it. But I'll tell you, one time, I guess it's probably been 5 or 6 years ago, Coach Ed was having a scrimmage, and he asked me to ref.
Oh, yeah?
And it was year Morton was playing, and Heath Brockmeyer, and the speed that we had. We had a lot of speed. And I couldn't blow the whistle quick enough. There was stuff, I just couldn't do it. Real quick on scoring in the first quarter, Colchin with 5, Fitz with 5, and Smith with 4. That's the 14 points for the Tigers. Easy to do for Pea Ridge, the Lady Blackhawks. Schooley with 8, and Cochran with 2 with a little bank. So 14-10.
Well, a good quarter by Pea Ridge. They get the turnover right there. Lady Tigers turned it over their first 2 possessions of the ball game, and then the first possession of the second quarter, they get the turnover there.
Now there's going to be a foul on Abby Smith against Savannah Seipert. Foul card number 11, Abby Smith. That's her first. Third. That's Kaczynski with the ball. She handled the ball pretty well there. Now she throws it away. There's Huber. Huber yet to score. Huber goes up and good, and gonna get a chance for and one. Foul gonna be called that time on number 23, Taylor Wynn. I believe that's Wynn's second. 7:23 to go, and Wynn you know, she's probably just the way I've watched her, the aggressiveness. She's probably a player they don't want to lose to foul trouble. And
Right.
look at there. Oh boy, I thought Beeks was going to get that rebound. Huber misses the free throw. 16-10. Lady Tigers. Oh, what are we going to get?
I think Beeks gets called on the foul there. Yep.
We lost you there for just a moment. 16-10. Lady Tigers. There's Huber in the corner. He's got her back out from the, I guess he's got Callie Robinson down there, and that's going to be a charge. Good call.
Yeah, that was a good call.
Again.
Pea Ridge girls are in the same situation our boys were in. They're down. They've gotten a couple stops here.
Just
starting the quarter, just haven't been able to convert on their offensive end. Got to give credit to the Lady Tiger defense for Ariana Mitchell's checked into the ball game. And
the improvement out there is Schooley for three. No good. Rebound's going to go to Colchin. Nice hustle. Unable to maintain possession. She probably gets charged for a turnover for that, but that was really a hustle ball.
Yeah, I don't know if that still counts as a loose ball or she actually had possession there.
Well,
that's
a
push up. Oh, goodness. He did call something.
The wrong thing, but he called something.
I'd rather him just go back to not calling anything.
Ariana Mitchell, the improvement I've seen with her over the last couple of years of play, because she hasn't played. A lot of these girls have been playing since the 4th grade. Ariana, I know, has not been out with the Prairie Grove girls that whole time, and she's really the improvement I've seen from last year throughout the 9th grade year. I saw from the beginning of the year to the end her improvement, and then from last year to this year is dramatic. And to see her out here playing the way she does is a bright spot for Prairie Grove Lady Tiger basketball.
One of the things I really like about Ariana is she plays very smart when she's out on the ball game. You don't really notice that she's there because she doesn't do anything that's going to cause us to have a turnover, make a bad defensive play. She seems to always be in the right spot defensively, does a decent job offensively. There we go, Lynn. I just jinxed her.
There's Schooley, pull-up jumper, no good. Ball's going to go to Prairie Grove.
But see, that was great hustle by Ariana, getting back and getting position for that rebound, and was able to get the ball knocked off of Pea Ridge. So,
yeah, the other thing I would say about her too is that she's not called on to come in there and score. She's called in there to play good defense, help move the ball and run the offense. And like I said, she's done a fabulous job so far this year. I've been very impressed.
Yes.
Abby Smith, again, it's her first year getting this much playing time. She got playing time last year, but a lot more this year. She's been solid. As Macy Colchin missed all of last year with a knee surgery, they're going to get a jump ball here, and the ball's going to go to Pea Ridge. So, a lot of these players stepped up, and now we're in midseason, and there that you can see they're in midseason form.
And Lynn, does Whitney Fitz have 2 fouls? I wasn't able to I lost track on her. She may have 2 fouls. I know Beeks has got 2 fouls, but that's Celeste Messenbrink coming into the ball game for the first time tonight for the Lady Tigers. I'm just wondering, did Fitz pick up her 2 fouls, Lynn? Were you able to catch that?
I don't know. Check with Gretchen. She's got 2.
She's got 2. So Coach Froud, guard depth being tested right now.
Well, Celeste Messenbrink's in the game. Now, Celeste was away from the team for a little while. She's back with the team. And Celeste, there's a nice steal there by Abby Smith. Takes your time, Abby, and lays it up and in. 18-10. And you're right, the Pea Ridge girls, very similar to our boys. There was a lot of stops by Pea Ridge, and they weren't able to capitalize. But I was going to say some more about Celeste is that she's a good, solid athlete, got a lot of speed. She's fast. Just needs a little more of that playing time, getting a rhythm of playing with these girls. But she's a solid athlete.
Well, now with the next foul, Lady Tigers will be shooting the 1-on-1 bonus. for the rest of the half. Still over 4 minutes to play in the first half.
You know how the guys on TV do it with all the extra little facts?
Yep.
One little extra fact, I believe that Celeste's mother played college basketball.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, I hear she was a pretty good college ball player, and so it's in the genes.
Yep. Well, that can't hurt. That gives you at least a chance to be decent at athletics.
As was Huber's mother was a good basketball player too. Lady Tigers missed that. It's 4:57 or 3:57 to go here in the first half. Tigers have built an 8-point lead, but it's not been easy getting there. Schooley started off hot. Now she goes in, and
I was
Probably
interested to see if they were actually going to call anything, and probably a good hesitation there, because you see sometimes the official will call an anticipation foul. He let the action take place, even though it was a little delayed, thought about it for a second, and then made the call. Those charge block calls are, real tough to call anyway, but Pea Ridge, man, they've gone over 4 minutes, have not scored in the second quarter.
And now Schooley makes a basket. She has 9 points in this game. She makes 1 of 2 there. 18-11. Prairie Grove with 3 of their 5 starters in. Colchin, Huber, and Robinson, Messenbrink, and Smith off the bench. But Abby Smith has been a scoring help to the Lady Tigers. And there's loose ball goes to the Lady Blackhawks. 18-11. This is a pesky bunch, this Pea Ridge.
Yeah, they're not going away yet, but just not. You wonder about their offensive scoring, other than Schooley that's shown the ability to hit some shots. Everybody else has struggled.
And there's an inside miss for the Lady Blackhawks. This game's like a reversal.
It really is.
Game. Oh, yeah. Abby got away with that once tonight. She's not getting away with it the second time.
Her feet just got to moving a little bit too fast.
18-11, 2:47 to go. Tigers have only scored 4 points in this quarter. It was 14. It's 4-1 in the second quarter, and we're 2:39 to go here. 4-1. There's Messenbrink with the ball. Looking for a little help. Back to Abby Smith, trying to force some action. Abby Smith throws up a 3. Off. Robinson with the rebound, goes up. No good. Rebound going to go to Schooley. Schooley fights hard. And now they're going to call a foul on Robinson. We have gone 6 minutes with 4 points.
Yep. And the only good thing about that is
they've got
just gone 6 minutes
with 1 point. And they haven't got a field goal. They haven't got a field goal in this quarter.
And Lynn, I was looking at the score. If I'm not mistaken, when we played at Pea Ridge, that game was overtime. So you're talking 4 minutes of overtime, 36 minutes of basketball. We scored 46 points. So it was a slugfest, just a struggle for both teams offensively. Right now, we're stuck in the middle of that. Both teams having a hard time finding points, and see if Justine can get going at the free throw line.
Schooley missed the one end of a free throw, so. And now Huber missed their first free throw night, makes that one. She's 1 of 2 now. The foul that time on Carly Sanders. 20-11, 1:56 to go here in the first half. Schooley's going to go back to the line. This time she'll get 2. Coach Frau looking to.
Well,
It was funny. He was upset. He was looking to his bench to go put some in. He turned around, looked, and said,
I was hoping Cecilia would get the chance right there. He's played all, 9 out of the 10 girls right now. right now in the first half. This is probably the most I've seen Coach Froud use his bench, and this is one of the things that we've talked about all year is what do we do when we get in foul trouble, when we go through these times where we've got a couple girls, which we do right now with 2 fouls, and going to have some of those bench players step in and play some good minutes. And
Schooley
she hit 1, I guess.
With 10 of the 12 points for Pea Ridge, 20-12. Prairie Grove may be content. Let's just stay out here and let them sit back in that 2-3.
We've seen it before.
It looks like Messenbrink's going to get a chance to go to the free throw line. So this will be a 1-and-1 for Messenbrink. Come on, Celeste, knock it down. Shot on the way, good.
There we go, good looking shot there.
And Celeste Messenbrink gets in the books. Second shot on the way, and it's good. Nice job, Celeste.
Nothing but net.
22-12. Pea Ridge yet to get a field goal in this quarter. There, turnaround jumper off the board.
Wow. First field goal.
Schooley gets the first field goal. Coach Froud asking for a walk. Been more scoring in the last minute than the
first 6.
The first 6. We matched our total in 1 minute, and they've
passed.
Yeah, they went 3x theirs. They had 1 and they scored 3. Pea Ridge 1 field goal basket, 1 free throw is all they've gotten in this quarter. And
if you're looking at pace of play, Lynn, this is exactly where Pea Ridge wants they want a slow down type of game. They think that'll give them the best opportunity to win this one. The only problem is they haven't scored very much, but got to give them credit. They're still in the ball game through the first half.
Well, Coach Froud used a similar strategy back when
Sure.
Huntsville was in their heyday,
Yeah.
and he was building this program. He played that a lot with them. He kept it low scoring, kept it close. Coach Froud's going to call a timeout with 14.6 seconds.
Yeah, just try to shorten the game as much as you can. When you've got a team that's a little bit better than you overall, the fewer possessions you can get in the ball game, the better chance you have of winning. And that's exactly the strategy that Pea Ridge is trying to use right now against the Lady Tigers, and doing a pretty good job so far in the first half. They did a really good job at Pea Ridge a couple weeks ago. Coach Froud used his first timeout of the ball game. It was a 30-second timeout. 14 seconds left in the first half. Going to play for the last shot right here, and he wants a specific look against this zone defense. Lynn, I've seen Coach Froud run this play against the zone defense throughout the year, where he sets a baseline screen for a three-point shot. We'll see if that's what he was trying to do coming out of the timeout. We'll see if he can get maybe Colchin or Smith or even Huber a three-point shot. Sometimes he just isolates Huber at the top of the key, but here's that baseline screen. Huber takes it to the basket, couldn't get it to go.
Don't foul now. They're going to get a chance to get a basket. That's going to upset Coach Froud a little bit. I mean, they're going to get a chance now for – they could close this thing to 6. I'll tell you, like I said before, Pea Ridge, if you think of all the teams in the conference, I think the Lincoln played Prairie Grove a good game the first time that they played out in Lincoln.
Yep.
And then they were a last-second basket from winning that game, and then
and Pea Ridge, Lynn, when we played up there, apparently it was a tie ball game at the end of regulation, and Pea Ridge was at the free throw line shooting a 1-and-1 and missed the front end of the 1-and-1 that could have won the game. But then it went into overtime, and the Lady Tigers found a way to win that ball game. But Pea Ridge really scrappy, I think that's the word you used earlier.
And Seipert makes one of two. 22-15, 3 seconds to go, and Abby Smith, no good, and that's going to do it. After one half of play, the score, the Prairie Grove Lady Tigers 22, Pea Ridge Lady Blackhawks 15. We're going to take a few minute break, run some commercials, and we'll be back for some stats.
Let's face it, life's moving along at a faster pace these days, and every now and again you find that one stop that allows you to catch your breath. That one stop that reminds you of the good old-fashioned values. The one stop that hand dips their ice creams and makes hamburgers to die for. The one stop that can furnish you with propane and pizza and everything in between. And they usually call you by your name and ask you about your family. Well, that place in Prairie Grove is Frederick's One Stop, serving Prairie Grove since 1975. They say, "Go Tigers!" I want you to try and imagine all the progress that's been made in medicine since 1918. Now try and imagine the progress that's been made in the insurance business as well. Needless to say, the changes have been massive, but Sterling Drug in Prairie Grove has kept up with it all, and Gary Davis and his staff are ready to provide you.
Well, we're back if you're there, and there's some dancing going on. From what I understand today, Derek, there was some dancing going on today, and Coach Absher was out there.
Oh goodness, I didn't see. I got to see the morning pep rally. I didn't get to see the afternoon pep rally. I don't know if you want to call that dancing by some of those guys out there, but they're definitely out there and moving.
Yeah, there's a reason they're not on the basketball team. I don't see much rhythm with some of that.
Not a lot of rhythm there.
Well, still got about 5 minutes to go here.
Yeah,
we'll be back with you shortly.
PG Telco is the proud sponsor of PGTigersOnline.com, where you can find out all the very latest of what's going on with all the sports teams right here in Prairie Grove. But PG Telco is more, a lot more. They offer phone, internet, long-distance services, and bundles, making it all affordable. And that includes DirecTV. For your home or office, staying connected to the fast-paced world is as easy as calling PG Telco. Call 846-7200. That's 846-7200. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress.
Okay, we're back with you to start the second half, and just real quick, some stats. First half for the Lady Tigers, Justine Huber with 4 points, Macy Colton with 5, Whitney Fitz with 5, Abby Smith leading the Prairie Grove Tigers with 6, and Celeste Messenbrink makes a couple of free throws for 2 points. And again, it's going to be a real easy here for the Lady Blackhawks. Schooley with 12, and Cochran with 2, and then Seipert made 1 of 2 free throws, and that's the 15. There's Beeks for 3, bottom!
There we go.
Lacey Beeks to start the second half.
And that was a nice inside-out play coming out of halftime. We got the ball immediately into Huber inside, and she got triple-teamed, and great pass outside, and great job by Beeks of hitting the 3. Biggest lead of the game, I think, Lynn, so far tonight for the Tigers.
Coach Frau upset that Macy didn't get that ball up the court.
Well, Coach Frau knows that's one of the best ways to get offense against his own defense is to beat it down the floor, and he wants us to push the ball a little bit more. It was kind of a sluggish pace. There was maybe a walk there by Fitz.
Little hop and skip.
But if you're going to walk, that's the official you want to walk in front of.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Either one of those guys.
Just don't walk in front of Ryan Dennis. Yeah. You go in front of those other two, you got a good chance of pulling it off.
Ryan's called more than the other two combined, I think, tonight.
He has. I compliment Ryan. I think he's called a pretty good game.
He's done a good job.
Schooley, it's 3-pointer there by Kaczynski, no good. Huber with a rebound. Beeks gets it down the court quickly. There's Colchin, nice pass. Don't walk. And now jump ball gonna go to Lady Blackhawks.
Coach Frau tried to get the timeout right there, but they apparently thought it was a jump ball before the timeout was called. Abby Smith going to check into the game real quick for Macy. Got to give Pea Ridge credit defensively, but, man, they've just struggled to score points. 15 points through, let's see, going on 18 minutes of play, Lynn.
The pull-up jumper there, no good. Way off the mark that time by Taylor Wynn. Huber got it, 27-15. Now the Lady Tigers stretching it out past 10 for the first time tonight.
Well, good job of transition offense right there and getting that early look in the offense before Pea Ridge really had a chance to settle into their defense.
There's Whitney Fitz. She gets the loose ball, going to be able to lay it up and in. 29-15, and the Lady Tigers 7-0 run to start second half. They did not want to get into another overtime 1-and-1 situation.
Yeah, you really feel like if you can get a big enough cushion right here in the second half, it's going to be really tough for Pea Ridge to overcome just because they're not the type of team that's going to really be able to outscore you with a whole lot of points in a short amount of time.
And there, Wynn throws the ball away, and you know Wynn's been active, but she doesn't have any points tonight.
Is that right?
Yeah, no Seipert with 1, Cochran with 2, and then the rest have gone to Schooley. So, but she's been active on the. She's penetrated. She's got some loose balls, just not able to get on the scoreboard. There's Fitz for 3, bottom. Oh, 32-15.
Well, this looks like more of the team that we've seen throughout the conference year, Lynn, on both ends of the floor. The defense has been great tonight, but now the offense is starting to pick up. And
there's Schooley, no good. Fitz with the rebound.
Yeah, push that ball. Coach Frau is squealing over there to push the ball.
And no good. There's Huber. She's going to get a foul. The foul's going to be on Kaczynski. Justine Huber, the Colors Day queen, at the free throw line. Huber rolls in.
There you go. That's 11 in a row, Lynn, to start the half for the Lady Tigers.
Huber
got that one, so 12 in a row.
8 points for Huber now in the game. And they're going to have to call. That's got to be Justine there, I believe. That's going to be the first foul for the Lady Tigers here, and I believe that's Huber's second. 4:26 to go here. Lady Tigers have jumped out 12-0 here in the third quarter for a 34-15 lead. And the Lady Tigers, if you think that the teams they've played for the second time, Lincoln and Pea Ridge, two of those, and the way they've played them, because both of those teams gave the Tigers some tough games. That's Wynn. Wynn might be hurt. But those two teams played them very tough, but Prairie Grove, the Lady Tigers, have come back, really took it to Lincoln the other night, and now taking it to Pea Ridge.
Well, we see it even in the college game there's been a lot of talk this year about how even the good teams struggle on the road. It's just tough to win games when you're away from home, no matter if you're the better team or not. And Prairie Grove has found that out. We've been in the situation where we've won those games, but on our home floor where you're just in a comfort zone a little bit better.
I think, I see that in some sports like football or something. And I kind of wonder, there is Robinson gets a basket. I wonder sometimes in football, I'm like, why is home field such a big deal? It's not, you're playing the game. But in basketball, the reason I think it's a big difference, and it is in football too, but basketball, you play it, it's something about, this is the gym you practice in.
Right.
You got your spot.
Yeah.
Okay, here's where I shoot.
Yeah.
When I get it here, I know I'm going to make it. I know you got your feel.
Yep.
And it seems to be different. And then on a different floor, it takes a little bit sometimes to get used to.
Well, and you're used to your rims. That's a big thing too for a shooter. Is when you go to some gyms, the rims are a little bit tighter than others. Sometimes you get a bit more of a roll, and so those things take a little bit time to get used to, and takes you a few minutes to get accustomed to when you're playing on the road, and those are things you just got to play through. One thing that I always go back to, Lynn, and I don't want to harp on the officials, but Sports Illustrated did a study a couple years ago. I don't know if you saw this about the professional sports. They did it all across the board, baseball, football, and basketball, and the biggest differential as far as the key stats, just crunching the numbers with the teams were pretty much the same on the road and at home for the most part. What changed were the referees. Imagine that. And that's no joke. I read that. I wish I could find that article again. But it was real interesting to read about how the refs and nice charge call there.
Well, while you were that comments there, and that's an interesting point made, Lacey Beeks able to convert a couple free throws, and the Lady Tigers 16 unanswered points here in the second half. Now taking complete control of this game, up 23 points, and up 23 points.
Lynn, what did Pea Ridge go? 6 minutes in the second quarter without scoring, and now we're going on 6 here in the third quarter too.
Yeah, and here's the other thing. Not only nice, they're going to get, and Schooley's going to break that string, lays it up and in. Schooley with her 14th point. Well, but I was going to say it's, they're down 21 points and they haven't scored 21 points on the night. So
right. Tough hill to climb with only 10 minutes of play left.
There's the kind of, look at that. Huber now in double digits for the Lady Tigers. 40-17. 23-point lead for the Lady Tigers. They got up here in the second half. But whatever Coach Frow there is, Cochran misses.
Oh, got to find that ball, Abby.
Abby was unaware. And a nice job there by Seipert. So 2 quick field goals here by the Blackhawks.
Lynn, when we get a chance, we can talk about the upcoming games. We're at the end of the season. I think we got 4 conference games left, but Prairie Grove's got some tough ones coming down the stretch here if they want to. The 1 seed is looking good, but I know
stumble.
I know Coach Frow would really like to go into that district tournament with an undefeated record in the conference play. But we've got some tough games ahead of us in the next 2 weeks of the regular season.
Well, Ozark.
At Ozark.
At
Farmington.
Farmington will be a tough game. Berryville.
Yep. Berryville here and Gentry here. So none of those games will come easy. Pea Ridge, I think their only conference win was against Gentry, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm not sure that they won that game. I'm not.
Oh, did
sure.
they not? They
sure.
may not have.
Schooley drives and good. I'm impressed with the way Schooley's played. Coach Frow's going to call a timeout. 42-21. Looks like we must have a little extra pizza going tonight.
If you just wait long enough, you can get that pizza maybe for free by the time the game's over.
I know a young man that waits to the last minute, kind of swings by Mr. Martin Lortz, who's been a band booster for a long, long time and does a lot of the concessions. That young man tries to get over there right at the right time.
Well, you know, there's something to be said for that. He's using his head there.
That's right, absolutely. Well, you know, as you look about Prairie Grove going down the stretch, I know Coach Froud and the team takes a lot of pride in the fact that they're and I'm going to calculate before the next game that we webcast the string that they have. I mean, we could probably almost do it. Let's see, you play 14 conference games. They played 16 if you count the district tournament. There we go, and it's up. No good by Robinson. She's going to get jump ball. It's going to win in our favor. So 16 last year. Well, how many we've played so far this year?
This is our 10th.
So this will be 26, probably around 26. And if you just say regular season games, 24 straight conference wins, and it could be. I don't know when we lost the conference game to Shiloh.
I don't know.
I'd have to check that out.
Yep.
But at least 24, and it's probably a couple more than that. Cypert throws it away. We're down to 1:04 to go here in the third. Prairie Grove has doubled the score.
What's that, bud?
You know, there's Whitney Fitz for three. No good. Rebound. Ball's going to go to Pea Ridge. That's Casey Casey Catan. And she's another one of those volleyball players I remember from the volleyball year. You know, we get a lot of people that come up. And I tell you, one awesome young man, that Knox Laird. He is one awesome kid. I'll tell you a story about him after the next play here.
Oh, this should be good.
And now Whitney Fitz, they're moving the ball around down to 20 seconds. There's Macy Coulter, pull-up jumper, no good. Rebound goes to Huber, no good. Rebound Huber, she's going to be fouled. No, a picture that is forever in my mind. This has been a few years ago. What's his brother's name?
Zeke.
So Zeke and Knox, we were over in Lincoln watching I guess it was a Pee-wee game of his sister Landry, who was part of the Colors Day court today. Huber misses a free throw. And Knox wanted some water and couldn't reach it. Zeke gets down on his all fours and Knox crawls up on his back so he can drink. That is forever embedded in my mind. It was actually really, really good. But
big brothers aren't supposed to do that.
Yeah, that's a nice big brother. And, you know, congratulations to the Laird family day as their daughter was in the Colors Day court. Huber makes the second one, 43-21. 14 seconds to go here, third quarter. Tigers lead 43-21. Their largest lead's been 23 points, sitting at 22 right now.
Lynn, when is our next webcast game? Will it be next Friday?
Are we here next? I'll check that out at the end of the quarter.
There's
a
it
shot,
right now.
Three, and it's good.
Oh.
A bank by Kaczynski.
At the buzzer.
Yeah. 43-24. So with the end of 3 quarters of play, the score, the Prairie Grove Lady Tigers 43, the Lady Blackhawks 24. Well, Derek, while you're looking up the schedule here.
It's going to be February 1st, Lynn.
That's next Friday, February the 1st. Gentry here at home. Boys will definitely need a win. Hopefully they would have picked up a win down in Ozark. The Lady Tigers scoring right now. Justine Huber now with 13 points. So the Colors Day Queen now leading scorer for the Tigers. Whitney Fitz with 5. Beeks with 4. Robinson with 2. Smith with 6 points.
6.
And looks like Messenbrink with 2 free throws. So there's the 43 points for the Lady Tigers. Most of the scoring done by Schooley for Lady Blackhawks. 43-24 as we start the fourth quarter. Whitney's going to get fouled.
They're going to call that on the floor. Thought she was attempting a shot there.
Wow, Huber Fitz. Looks like Kayla Cochran going to be called for a foul. Tigers are getting a lot of chances underneath. Good rebounding by the Lady Tigers. Now we're going to have a 1-and-1 with Huber to shoot. There goes Coach Absher, the dancer.
And that could be on YouTube tonight if that really happened.
Huber makes the first one, 44-24. Yeah, these days you got to be careful what you do.
Exactly right.
Because it lives in infamy. There is Huber, makes them both. Nothing but the net, 45-24. Huber, going to call a jump ball, goes to the Blackhawks. 45-24. Well, next week's game for both the boys and the girls will be critical. Ozark's got a good girls team. I don't know exact standings going into tonight's game for the girls. I know on a boys' side, we're 1 game behind Ozark in the standings.
Right.
And trying to get up to that 5th seed between them and Berryville.
Yeah, I think to get there, Ozark is a must-win for us if we want to have a chance for that 5th seed. I think we're going to have to win down there, and that's going to be tough to do. I know Farmington struggled down there at Ozark. Right now, Farmington's leading the conference. Ozark is a team that's pretty tough on their home floor, so that'll be a big game for us to go on the road and try to get that one.
Cochran at the line. She's a lefty. She's going to take the shot on the way, no good. Remains 45-24. You know, the Lady Blackhawks scored like 9 points in the last 2 minutes. They didn't score any there for a while. There it is, 45-25, 7 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the game. Looks like the Lady Tigers are going to keep their undefeated streak alive, and Abby Smith drives, misses layup. Now she kicks out to Beeks. Beeks trying to get that shot. Macy Colchin drives, no good. Huber gets a rebound, and now Huber got a break there to go to the line, I believe.
Well, she's the queen. She deserves a call.
Right. That's right. Well, if this hangs on like this, the Colors Day Queen for 2 years in a running, and I can't remember who got Colors Day Queen the year before.
Was that the Colors Day Queen where Galloway and
Coyle? No.
I don't remember.
Well, we may have to go check our
years
webcast.
just run in together.
Yeah, we may have to check our webcast with that, but yeah, we kind of got a streak going with a Colors Day Queen being High Point. 47-25. Cochran. I believe Cochran may have got a little more of a foul there than Huber did on the other end. 47-25. Cochran's going to go to the line, shoot 2. Are they called on the floor? They called on the floor?
Yep, they did. They did. Just the 4th foul for the Lady Tigers in the half.
Schooley driving. And there's Beeks with a foul. 6:45 to go. Again, want to thank Ethan, Sam, and Casey tonight for their work with East Lab, and with Casey and Sam on the cameras, and Ethan has been doing a great job tonight producing.
And the best job of all was setting it all up.
I'm telling you, man, I between you, myself, Kendall Lehman over the years setting this stuff up, Steve Halbert, the kids now do all of that, and it's a great learning. There's Huber again, and Huber is turning the points on. How many she got now, Gretchen?
I'm going to guess 12.
Oh, no. She's getting close to 17 or so.
Really?
How many? 18 points.
I meant 18.
Yeah, and she gets a rebound. Feeds it to Beeks. Beeks going down. There, Beeks lays it up and in. 51-25. This is now the largest lead of the game for the Lady Tigers at 26.
And Lynn, we're 2 critical baskets away from the running clock.
Yeah, and there's Schooley for 3. No good, and a nice rebound by Robinson. You're wanting it, aren't you?
I thought Callie might take a 3 there.
Yeah, it looks like Fitz is trying to set up for that 3.
Yep. Pea Ridge gone to a man-to-man defense. Lady Tigers did a great job coming out of the second half to
there's
really
Smith
get them out
for
of
3. No good. Wow, there Beeks went over the back.
Nope, they're going to call that on Pea Ridge, Lynn.
That's just wrong. I mean, I hate to be this way, but man, that's what's going to be bad is that there's going to be a day that after the season's over and various people go back and watch these games, they're going to say, man, they sure complain about the officials a lot. And if we were complaining about it, not even for us.
Yeah.
Beeks makes the first one now with an opportunity.
Here we go.
5:07 to go. Clock stop. Second shot on the way by Beeks. Knocks it down.
I guarantee you, Lynn, I watch Coach Elder over there. He runs the clock. He'll have a big smile on his face if we can get 2 more points. He's talking about it right now.
And
look
one.
he slammed his fist down on the scores table. That's awesome.
53-27, 4:58, and there's been a lot of clock stoppage in the last couple minutes.
There has been. So close, yet so far away.
And she converts. That lead down to 25 points. Derek, they'll get the 30-point lead with 45 seconds to go.
Yep, that's exactly what's going to happen. Coach Froud, I don't know if you said it, Lynn, he did get Justine out of the game probably for the rest of the ball game.
Oh, yeah.
So
and that's
sure
the right.
Sure don't want to, as much as you'd like to see her go out and finish her.
Yeah, you do not want to get her hurt. Matter of fact, I'm surprised. I imagine if he can get that 30 that the rest of these girls will come out.
Yeah, I think you're right. Of course, Whitney Fitz didn't play a whole lot, and Beeks didn't play a whole lot in that first half. So
it's not going to happen. We're down to 4 minutes, 15 seconds. Coach Elder. Can we get a camera shot on Coach Elder, somebody?
I'm telling you, he may jump up if we get to that 30.
Well, you got to think it's been a long night tonight with Colors Day. And there's Fitz for 3.
Here we go. He's smiling. He's smiling.
58-30, 3 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Here comes Celeste Messenbrink.
You got to watch Coach Elder. Let's see.
Messenbrink coming in for Fitz. It's good to see Celeste get some playing time. Coach Froud, he knows as he gets ready to get to, farther along in this season, and especially down the stretch in the tournament, he may have to go to his bench. He needs as many of those players that can give him good minutes in there. This is it.
Okay,
3
Lynn,
minutes.
We're
right,
watching Coach Elder.
Yeah, watching Coach Elder here.
Oh.
No call.
Oh.
It's going to be an and one. Here's an and one. No. I saw it that time, Derek. For those watching, and we apologize, but Coach Elder keeps the clock and keeping the clock. Once you get a 30-point lead in the fourth quarter, the clock will run the remainder of the time. Coach Elder's been rooting for that, and
he's not getting paid by the minute over there,
No.
so he. And now he's really going to be upset that Coach Froud just called a timeout there.
Coach Froud.
Yeah.
That's the one thing about Coach Froud. If you watch him and you don't look at the scoreboard, you don't know whether he's winning or losing.
Yep,
You know
true.
it? I mean,
That's true.
like right now, if I was looking at that, didn't look at the scoreboard, I'd sit there going, this is a close game
Right.
or they're getting beat.
Yeah.
You wouldn't know that he's up 27 points.
Yep. And if
And that's
you're
good, though.
if you're looking at the huddle right now, you're thinking, Justine fouled out of the ball game.
Well, the
trouble.
The other thing I liked about it, too, is that he's telling them and he's teaching them what to do right there. You know, showing them, hey, here's what you need to do.
He's saying, look, ladies, Coach Elder really wants this clock to start running. We need to get it going here.
I'm slapping my wallet. I guarantee you that's not what he's saying.
All right, I want to see, Cecilia Martinez was in the Colors Day court too, so Cecilia's probably close. I hope she's going to get in the ball game. They usually try to get her a shot at the basket late in the ball game, so hopefully Cecilia gets in there for us. Probably come in for Beeks maybe.
And that one's no good.
Okay.
Rebound to Robinson.
We need a 3-ball here.
Look at him. He's wanting them to get it up court.
Uh-huh. Here it is.
Messenbrink drive. Pull-up jumper. No good. Rebound.
And
Robinson, no good. Down to 3 minutes to go. There's Schooley for three. If she'd have got it, I'd have had to do a bottom for that just to get it, Coach Elder. 2:51 to go.
Oh, man.
Fourth on Callie Robinson. Here on the way, free throw that time by Wynn, no good. Gretchen, does Wynn have any points tonight, number 23 for? She, Derek, as active as she's been, she's sitting with she has not made a point. Here's her chance here. Free throw, no good. Beeks with the rebound. 2:45 to go. Beeks pushing the action. Gets it back to, boy, they're moving the ball quickly around. There's a nice drive inside, and there's Colton. Macy at 60-31. We're 1 point away,
Yeah,
Coach Elder.
like you said, Lynn, it's going to be, last minute of the ball game. I'm just going to watch Coach Elder over here if they score.
All right, I got the action. Here we go.
You got to see it.
And there is
he's happy.
Backcourt.
He's happy.
But it's down to 2:19. Does it really matter at this point? Come on, here he is. Come on, get Cecilia.
We're gonna find out if it really matters by his reaction.
Come on, Cecilia, put it. All right, come on, Coach. I think he's just told him to go, get ready to go in. Come on, send him in, Coach. And there's a three. No good. Rebound goes to Beeks. Minute 55 to go. There he goes. Here they come. Stormy Roach. And let's see. Ariana Mitchell and Cecilia Martinez all getting ready to come in. Now, come on. We need a stoppage of play.
We need a stoppage of play. Yeah.
Come on.
Oh, good.
And now there's
That's
a timeout.
the best call that officials made all night, getting the substitutes in.
And here's the thing. Did he just do that?
Yes. He just stopped it.
And that's good. You know what? I wish they'd done that in the boys' game earlier. There was 5 or 6 guys, and they let, a minute and a half go off.
Yep.
Well, here Cecilia Martinez into the game. Great. I'd love to see her get a basket.
Yeah, me too.
There's shot on the way, no good. And
got an opportunity right here.
oh, they told him to run the clock, I guess. Oh, he did, or he just didn't stop it. One of the two. And to Cecilia. He's trying to get Cecilia. Come
Here
on, right
it is,
here.
Lynn.
Cecilia Martinez. Oh, I wanted to say
Oh,
bottom
it was
so
on.
bad. There we
Thought
go.
it was online.
Now 56 seconds. Well, the Lady Tigers will remain on top of the 4A1 standings. Three-pointer no good. And he stopped. He just didn't stop it last time there. He got away. He got away with 4 seconds. And now we're down to 35 seconds to go. He's wanting Cecilia to get that basket, and I hope she does somehow. He's isolating it, and there's Cecilia for three. Bottom! Yes! Hey! Yes! Cecilia Martinez takes us to with 25 seconds. Derek, I was off by 20. Cecilia Martinez with a three-pointer on Colors Day, part of the Colors Day court, and great to see that. Down to 3 seconds, 2, 1, and it's a good shot. That's going to do it. The final score, 63-34. I am so happy for Cecilia
that
Martinez.
was great.
That was
great
sweet.
way to finish it.
And what a fitting into a great basketball game by the Lady Tigers. Close game for the first half, 22-15 at halftime. Lady Tigers go for 41 points in the second half. Pea Ridge with 12 points. Look at Little Froud. He
Fist pumping.
there he is. Little Froud. I don't know, Derek, if you ever go back and watch the girls' championship, he was all over that.
Oh,
so.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
we're waiting to tally up our final stats here. Again, I want to thank Ethan and Sam and Casey tonight for all their work on the camera and producing. Lance Arguello for helping out with stats, and of course Gretchen for helping out. And Derek, it's great to be back. I'll tell you, New York's a crazy city. It's great to be back with you and enjoying the games. All right, let's go. Here we go. So it ended up tonight. We had, looks like 18 points. 18 points for Huber, 9 for Colchin, 8 for Fitz, 8 for Beeks, 2 for Robinson, 6 for Smith, 2 for Messenbrink, and the big three-pointer by Martinez. And Schooley had almost the majority of the points for the Lady Blackhawks. Well, that's going to do it for us tonight. Again, the final score, the Lady Tigers 63, Lady Blackhawks 34. The boys lost earlier tonight by 20, I believe it was. 58, yeah, that's right. 64 or 62. Yeah, 60-42. The boys go down. Well, it'll be Tuesday night down in Ozark. I don't believe that one's going to be webcast, but the next webcast will be next Friday here at home against the Gentry Pioneers. Well, that's going to do it for tonight. Again, thanks to Ethan, thanks to Casey and Sam, Gretchen, Lance. For Derek Dugan, I'm Lynn Gregson. Thank you and have a good night.